We often chase gold, fame, and fleeting happiness, while ignoring the one thing that truly matters: love. But what happens when love is the one left behind? When no one has room for it anymore? This story is a gentle reminder that only time can reveal the value of what we once ignored. Once upon a time, in a world untouched by human hands, there was a magical island. This island was home to all the feelings known to mankind: happiness, sadness, richness, knowledge, vanity, and even love. They lived together in peace, each playing their part in the lives of those who walked the earth. But one day, a dark storm began to form in the skies above the island. A voice echoed from the heavens: "This island will sink. You must all flee before it is too late." Panic spread like wildfire. Every feeling scrambled to secure their escape. Boats were built in haste. Some feelings helped others. Some only helped themselves. Every emotion prepared to flee, except one: love. Love stayed, not because it didn't understand the danger, but because love, by nature, holds on. It believes, even in impossible moments. Love hoped that maybe, just maybe, everything would be okay. But the island continued to sink, and soon love realized it was time to leave, with desperation in its heart. Love looked around and called out to the others who had already launched their boats. "Please, someone take me with you." Just then, Richness sailed by in a magnificent golden boat, encrusted with diamonds, filled to the brim with silver and gold. The boat shimmered in the sun like temptation itself. "Richness!" Love cried, "Please take me with you." Richness didn't even pause. "I'm sorry, love. There's no room here. My boat is too full of treasures. You understand, right?" And with that, Richness sailed away. Moments later, Vanity passed by, seated in a beautiful vessel made of mirrors and polished glass. "Vanity!" Love shouted, "Help me, please." Vanity looked down at Love with concerned gaze, but not out of compassion. "You're soaked and muddy. If I let you in, you might ruin my boat. I can't take that risk." And Vanity, too, disappeared beyond the horizon. Next came Sadness, floating slowly in a lonely, gray boat. "Sadness!" Love begged, "Let me come with you. I'm scared and alone." Sadness looked at Love, eyes heavy. "Oh, Love, I need to be alone. I'm sorry." Even Happiness passed by, but Happiness was too busy laughing and singing. She didn't even hear Love calling. Love began to tremble. The water had reached the very edge of the last rock on the island. There was no one else. Suddenly, a gentle voice called out, "Come, Love, I will take you." Love turned and saw an old, wrinkled figure rowing a simple wooden boat. Nothing fancy. No gold. No music. Just time-worn hands and a calm voice. Without hesitation, Love jumped in. They said nothing as they rowed. The boat was slow, but steady. Eventually, they reached dry land. Before Love could say a word of thanks, the old figure vanished into the crowd. Love looked around, confused. It approached another elder nearby, Knowledge, and asked, "Do you know who helped me?" Knowledge smiled gently and replied, "That was Time." "Time," Love repeated, surprised. "But why did Time help me?" Knowledge looked toward the ocean and said, "Because only Time is capable of understanding how valuable love truly is." Years passed. Love watched as people sought out richness, chased after vanity, buried themselves in sadness, and got lost in fleeting happiness. Love was rarely invited in. Love was often ignored, misunderstood, taken for granted. But those who spent enough time eventually came back, tired, broken, and searching for something real. And it was then and only then that they understood love was never weakness. Love was never optional. Love was the very anchor of life itself. Because when the noise faded, when the riches grew cold, when the mirrors cracked, and when the smiles turned to silence, only love remained. And it had always been waiting. In our rush through life, we often abandon love in pursuit of things that sparkle louder. But time, wise, silent time, teaches us a truth. We cannot truly understand the value of love through wealth, beauty, or pleasure. Only with time do we see how priceless it truly is. So don't wait until it's too late. Don't let the island of your life sink without letting love in. Because in the end, it's not who you laughed with, cried for, or chased after. It's who stood by when everyone else had left. And more often than not, that's love, patient, quiet, and holding on.